Hello students, good morning all of you. So today again we are here for your commerce class. So you all know we are on the chapter number 11, that is directing. So today we are going to finish the chapter with the last topic, that is barriers to communication. As you all know, we have covered communication concept, and today we will continue with barriers. Barriers means obstacles, hurdles in the way of communication, and in that way we will also learn that how to overcome such barriers, because communication is very important part in every business organization. Rather, we have also discussed that it is important in every discipline of life. So before starting with the topic, let us first go through with the learning objectives. First of all, you will be able to describe personal communication patterns. Compare and contrast your personal patterns with effective patterns. Identify barriers that interfere with or prevent effective communication. List strategies that can reduce or eliminate barriers to effective communication. Moreover, you will be able to explain importance of effective communication within an organization and to describe the common barriers to effective communication. So, now what are barriers to communication? So, hurdles or blockades, specific items that distort or prevent communication within an organization are called barriers to communication. Today in this video, we will learn about the different barriers to communication. So we will learn about semantic barriers, physical and cultural barriers, organizational barriers, emotional barriers, then socio-physiological barriers and gender barriers. Let us first go through the terminology which you will be able to learn in this video. First is perfect communication, then miscommunication, after that physical barriers, then semantic barriers, next is wide span of management, premature evaluation, MBWA, management by walking around. Again I am repeating, MBWA, management by walking around. Then perception, empathetic listening, grapevine and open door policy. So these are the key new terms which you will be able to learn in this video. Okay, now see what is written here, O2. So I know you all know what is O2. Oxygen. No. See, I have not written 2 here. I have written O2 together. So O2 is not here oxygen. It is a company, a British telecommunication company, which consistently records a world-class engagement employee score on Hayes Group Insight with more than 70% solving of communication barriers. So this is a very good example of a company where barriers arise and a situation comes to overcome such barriers within a very short period of time. So the company embeds internal communications into all of its practices, considering it to be two-way rather than an afterthought of PR. So here PR stands for public relations. Now this telecommunication company of British follows innovative internal communication practices, including having a DJ from a popular commercial radio station hosting the company's internal radio, which shows that staff can listen to once a month. So see now what they are doing, they are actually having radio transmission using their channel. You have learned in the previous video what are channels to communication, the media by which we convey our messages. So here this company is using radio transmission for conveying messages to their employees and from the employees to further customers so that they can have good public relations. So now what they are doing, that they are even allowing its customers, allowing its employees to have a DJ from so that they can enjoy their work, and moreover they can create interest in the minds of their customers. Now this British telecommunication company also have a TV channel that streams business, news and employees events. So while going through the example, I concluded that in this basic organization, the main barriers, the main problems were related with connotative meetings. Now, what are connotative meetings? So, connotative means every problem which arises due to the following factors. Which factors? Time, place, space, climate, noise and choice of medium. So all these when taken together they form connotative meetings. What are they? Time, place, space, climate, noise, choice of medium. Okay. Now all of you worship God, right? Me worship, you also worship. So what's there? Like for me, meaning of God is different. For you it's different. So it varies from one person to another. So what is this? A connotative barrier. Thinking process. It's different from one person to another. So what is it? It requires a connotative meeting. Is it clear? What is connotative? Then we have a different types of barriers which this company faces, and also we will learn that how they overcome such barriers. So first is the use of jargon. See the word, this is a very new word in your commerce subject. It means overcomplicated, unfamiliar and technical terms. Okay, a very easy word to express jargon is professional key terms. Can you understand the language of doctors? Are you able to understand the language of army men? The language of you can say teachers, if they are talking other than their subjects? So whatever the professional keys one use in their profession, that is known as jargon. So more the number of overcomplicated terms we use. Suppose if in video I keep on using very complicated words, a very tough vocabulary, will you be able to understand it properly? No, but I am doing what? I am using jargon, right? Next is emotional barriers and taboos. See, I am not saying taboo. It's not a female actress. I am saying taboos. Taboos means prohibition, restriction. Okay, very good example of taboos. Earlier, like if you go back about you say 25, 20, 30 years back, go 3 decades back, compare the status of women 30 years back and now. They have crossed many taboos. They have crossed many restrictions. So some people may find it difficult to express their emotions and some topics may be completely off limits or taboo. So another barriers are what? Lack of attention, interest distractions, irrelevance to the receiver, differences in perception and viewpoint, physical abilities such as hearing problems or speech difficulties. So what are these? These are problems in communication. Next is physical barriers to non-verbal communication. Not being able to see the non-verbal cues, gesture, posture, general body language, which can make communication less effective. Okay, now look at the figure here. One side there is sender and on the other side receiver. Now a medium or channel they use. They can use telephone, they can use WhatsApp, right? They can use any email, they can use direct face-to-face contact. So they can use any medium. Now sender wants to give the message to receiver, but there are barriers. Barriers are obstacles, so that message cannot properly reach to receiver, and receiver will not be able to give back feedback to the sender. What happens if barriers exist? It means communication will be incomplete. So what are the various tools of effective communication? How can we make it effective? First of all, be brief. Don't be too ambiguous or make your wordings very lengthy. Manners should be there while you communicate. Okay, you all, I am 100% sure you all have faced problem these days, or in your say I can say in your life, like you communicate on WhatsApp, you communicate on Messenger, on Facebook. So while communicating, someone must have misunderstood you. You do not want to convey any wrong thing, but the way you write on WhatsApp maybe create a distraction in the mind of others. I think you all have observed the same. Me though observed, and you must also have observed the same experience. So what is it? Manners. While communicating with someone, you must follow manners. Whom you are communicating with. Using I, be positive every time, good listener, spice up your words. That if you are creating little boredom, then who will listen to you? You people attend seminars, you people attend long workshops. If they are not interesting, will you be able to sit there and listen properly? No. Then clarity, pronunciation. So what are these? These are tools to effective communication. So what happens when message is sent? It is first encoded, then decoded, then interpret. Interpret means it's analyzed by the receiver, and after that receiver gives feedback to the sender, right? Okay, now first of all we'll think about semantic barriers. Semantic means related to language, like words with different meanings, poorly expressed messages, faulty translation, unclarified assumptions. So these are few examples of semantic barriers. Okay, let us elaborate these examples. See, noise while talking, ringing of cell phones, nervousness, speaking in a non-native language, right? So what are these? These are semantic barriers. So we all know that communication means to share the purposeful activity of information between two or more participants in order to convey or receive the intended meanings through a shared system of signs and semiotic rule. So what is here? Semiotic. Semiotic comes from semantic, that is language problem. Now what happened here? I am quoting some examples of semantic barriers which you can have while communicating through face-to-face, telephone, radio, television, your body language, right? You are standing upright or you are sitting in a very dull mood. you are sitting in a very lean position, fine, or maybe your way of coming in a room, your way of going out of a place. So what is this? It's all body language, right? Your gestures, how you are responding to others, and moreover how we dress up. Like very often you must have commented others, na, oh, you are looking very good today, you are looking beautiful, you are looking pretty. So how it is conveyed? By the way they dress up. And more even our scent, our perfume, our deos, what we use, they also are a part of our communication, right? Logos, graphs. So what are these? These are all semantic approach to overcome the semantic barriers related to language. Okay, now next is physical and mechanical barriers. We use different medias. Okay, we see, hear, touch, smell, taste. We use all our senses, right? So sometimes noise is there, distance plays a very important role, time lag, right? Then information overloaded, other factors like poor vision, poor lighting, smudged copies. So these are what? Physical and mechanical barriers. So these barriers play a very important role in communication, because if they exist, communication is not complete. Now communication is done through different channels. So first is visual, that is pictures, mails, posters, right? Then auditory, is which you can hear, sounds, mobile phones, voicemail. Next is tactile channels like touch, sensations, and therapeutic touch, right? Sometimes while you are sleeping, your mother touch you, your mother or your father touches you, or anyone else, so you have a very strong sensation. Being human beings, we have a very strong sensation. Okay, leave human beings, your own pet dog, you touch, your touch sensation he can also observe, a dog can also observe. So what is it all? It's all a part of communication, and it becomes a type of channel used to communicate. Okay, next is socio-psychological barriers. Okay, now sometimes we are inattentive, we are sitting with closed minds. Physically we are present, but our mind is disturbed. So what is it? It's a closed mind approach. Premature evaluation. This though you must all remember. In our class what happens? Sometimes teacher speaks the question and she has not completed the question. Still one or two hands raised and answer is given. So what is it? Premature evaluation. Poor retention, perceptual distortion, status and fear, emotions, personal attitudes. So what are all these? These are socio-psychological barriers. Okay, we'll explain these barriers one by one. Now, example like anger. Anger somehow disturbs or somehow even spoils a particular activity. Do you agree? Employees should not merely hear your words. Employees must also process the underlying meaning and make a real connection. So we must be aware of all barriers that prove to be obstacles in our struggle for effective communication. Communication barriers can create challenges in the workplace. Okay, next is organizational barriers. First is like long chain of command. Sometimes if in an organization the person authorized is more in number and employees got confused whom to listen and whom not to listen. So what is it? A long chain of command. Then poor layout, that is design, building, environment in which one has to work. Inappropriate medium. Now medium is like, suppose a file can be sent very easily on Google Drive, but I am trying very hard to send it on WhatsApp. It's not possible because I have chosen an inappropriate medium. Now, what are the examples here? Filtering, selective perception, information overload, emotional disconnects, lack of source. In many communications, the message, what is said, may not be received exactly the way the sender intended. Okay, what are the various examples here? Lack of adequate preparation, lack of familiarity with the technological setup at the speech venue, technology glitches during a speech or presentation. So these are the different barriers to communication which a person generally follows working in an organization, right? Overcoming barriers to communication. How these barriers can be recovered? First of all, your message should be a well drafted message, use of simple language, emphatic listening. Empathetic listening is listening very properly and with keen interest. Then open door policy, sound organizational structure, use of grapevine, brevity, shortened scalar chain, and moreover, barriers can be removed by proper layout, complaint box, suggestion box, social and cultural gatherings, frequent meetings, reduction of noise levels, mode of communication, two-way communication. So, by following all the given methods here, we can overcome the barriers to communication. And they are not sharing complete information with each other. Identify which factor is causing this clash. So I hope chapter number 11 now clear to all of you. Make your notes properly, right? Rewrite the topics which are not covered in your official book. Write them properly, read the PDF and start learning it also.